what happens on the other end of publish when you create something and put it online. You haven't spent any time with a curious 8-year-old searching the internet, searching YouTube, and learning, not from the instructions of a teacher, not because someone told him he had to, because he is terribly passionate about it. For us, it has been a very long journey of watching him go through, searching through people's images that they've uploaded and videos that some of you have actually recorded. For him to come to us to say, hey, I want my art on Google. I want to share my work too. And so Braden's Art Planet was created. This is a blog that I said, you know what? You can actually have a blog as long as you create the whole thing. So he went to YouTube. And some of you, I'm sure, uploaded the videos that he watched where he learned how to create his blog. Everything from the banner to the coding at 8 years old. Eventually, he was asked to, share his ideas on how he creates by Kelly Hines for our Discovery Ed Fall VertCon. And he didn't do just a typical interview. What he did is he sliced together some telegamis along with him talking to share that. This is what happens with this kid, because when he goes to school, his entire schooling process is worksheet, 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 test, prep, technology. The learning happens at home, and it's completely driven by him. So what happens when you give a kid an iPad showing the Muppet movie? He gets really creative. He starts really searching. He might actually find Sam Patterson's Edge Puppets, which led him to learning the art of puppet design. When he makes puppets, he designs every single detail, from like an engineer, designing from where he's putting his arms to how the puppet will talk, to the type of personality that it will have. And he's so passionate about it until it just draws you in. The first puppet that he created, a full-body puppet, was a puppet named Lenny the Lizard. Lenny went on to start his very own YouTube channel. That whole process was shared through social media. So no, the 8-year-old doesn't have his own account, but he said, Amy, will you share my stuff? So of course I did. And people would always question me and say, hey, if you didn't share this, I would have never known that this kid did this. And I say, you never underestimate the power of a kid that is driven by his passion to create. Braden taught me that. So all in all, there have now been 7 puppets. And that's every last one of them, with the latest being the yellow dog, hand-sewn, some little secret sauce of how he puts them together, but they're all done as if the kid won the lottery. I mean, you can't help but be so excited. But they're all done with a purpose. For example, Fancy the Flamingo. The purpose was he wanted a puppet to dance with. So his solution, shoe feet. The other thing he wanted was, how can I make eyelids that move? Ping pong balls in a coat hanger. Completely unsafe, but it worked for him. The next thing that he wanted to be able to create a puppet that played the guitar. So he made RW, stole his mother's artificial flowers off the table, cut off the stems, he had wires that bent, put it between foam, and he was ready to go. All of these things came from going through what others have learned and created. Because the one thing he understands is that when you learn, create, and share, you give passion a chance to go viral. And that has been probably one of the biggest moments for me as an educator, was watching that. It's not a buzzword, it's real. This is not school, this is his life. It's been amazing having parents contacting us saying, hey, how do I help my child be creative? Or teachers who say, you know what, I might want to allow my students to search their passions at school. Greatest moment was when Michelle Baldwin's class tweeted and said, hey, we are inspired by Braden and we're going to design puppets. His favorite moment was learning they were singing his theme song. So what we did from there is we went to a platform called TAC, and we created a poster page for him that details his journey into puppetry so that we can help Michelle Baldwin's class. The cool thing was, by the way, that's a puppet created by one of Michelle's students. The coolest thing was, because that TAC was shared, we were actually contacted by a builder and a performer from Jim Henson Studios. And so now this kid, the YouTube Learner Puppet Builder, now has his own mentors from Jim Henson Studios. That couldn't have happened without all of you. So the message that Braden wants me to share is to make sharing a goal. And if you happen to be in White Oak, Texas about 2 weeks ago, you got to witness him sharing his story for the first time from his own lens. And that, I can't even tell you how that made me feel to see him do that. I'll leave you with this. This weekend and forever, what will you learn, what will you create, and how will you share? Because there's some kid or some learner on the other end waiting to learn from you. Thank you.